Hello, and I'm an English teacher from Cambridge, and yes, not far from the Cambridge University, and I have been teaching English for 2 years, and today I'm going to go over the top tips for learning English. And a great lesson today is absolutely fantastic, and you're going to learn all about how you should improve your English, how you should engage with your learning experience and yes and be a great student of English, so yes you can really improve. So what are the top 10 tips I'm going to tell you now? So listening in English when you're relaxing is the first one, obviously. Doing some cleaning or doing some exercise. Yes, those are really easy things. So what happens when we do those things? We don't get distracted. We're worried and stress-free, and we're feeling it, and we're not thinking about it. So let that language flow into you and really feel it. And you, without even realizing it, you'll develop a good ear for the language and you'll start to learn really fast. Yes, very super fast. Because, yes, you're more focused and everything as well. And that's why it works. And so the next tip we try is to try to memorize short dialogues in English, and later you could use words, phrases, or expressions from the dialogues in your own conversations. So how do we, yes, what are we doing? Memorizing short dialogues? Well, yes, you could memorize things which are from plays anyway, like short dialogues, or like or TV scripts or movie scripts. Yes, just small dialogue in a book even as well, depending on what you're looking at. But even yes, you can learn things like expressions, yes, idioms, and you can memorize how they're actually using them and use them in your own conversations. So when we're reading, we always try to guess the meaning of any words or expressions. Yes, when you aren't sure of it. So the more effort you make to work out the meaning of a word, the easier it'll be for you to remember it. So you can read all you like and everything. Yes, just guess what meanings of words are instead of trying to understand it sometimes. But sometimes it's better to understand the context of something rather than understand the whole paragraph, etc. So guessing is a really great way to do that. And you don't. It doesn't take a genius to understand the context of the sentence, and sometimes that's all you need. So read what you're interested in. So this is a way to be more motivated. For example, if you're into cinema, read some movie reviews in English of films you've seen. Yeah, focus on something you really interest you because it'll make the learning experience so much more enjoyable. And yes, if you're a sports fan, check out the sports section of an online English language newspaper and repeat difficult words. Yes, this is the next tip. Repeat all those difficult words you find in English and expressions and phrases over and over again until you get it, until you can say them quickly and fluidly, like, yes, easily, and without any trouble at all. So, yes, repetition really does help. I'll say yes, and write in English every day. That's the next tip. So it's good practice as it forces you to use the language you already know. And also you get to see where the gaps are in your knowledge. Yes, you get to see where you could improve and you could practice writing out stories or anecdotes. This is also really good preparation for telling those stories later in the conversation. Yes. So, yes, good storytelling in English is a great way to learn English, and it really is. So, what else do we have here? What's your favorite TV series in English? Yes, the TV series are really great because they're full of lovely dialogue and they've got lots of useful language that is spoken in English. So, watch as many shows as you possibly can in many different accents because now don't stop at just the English start as American. started, yes, you can even start with Indian accent because there is an Indian English accent or German English accent or English accent from, yes, from Spain. For example, there's so many different accents in English now. It's absolutely, yes, it's absolutely all over the world. English is an international language. So, what are we talking about next? Watching your favorite films in English. Yes, as you already know about, as you already know what they're about, it'll be a lot easier for you to follow them and understand the dialogue. Yeah, so you say you watch it in your own language. Now you can go back and do it again in English, and you pretty much have some understanding of what they're speaking about because you already know the plot of the story. So you'll be able to go back and understand it even better. So the next tip is always keep a notebook with you when you're watching an English language film. Yes, great tip. Okay, so if you're listening to something in English, yes, bring that along and write it down if you can. Then you can write it down, and any useful words or phrases that you want to learn or remember, you can put them in that notebook and keep it there for you when you want to memorize it. Okay, so then the next tip in our English language, our top tips for learning English is to sing along to your favorite songs in English. Because who doesn't love to sing? That's a great way to improve your pronunciation. It also help you to remember lots of words, expressions, and phrases, depending on what you're actually listening to. Some songs in English are they're very I suppose lots of rhyming and a lot of slang. So sometimes that's really great. I recommend the Clash in English. They have a lot of useful expressions actually. But there's lots of English songs which you can listen to. And I want to wish you good luck in your English journey. And yes, if you like to have me as your English teacher, you can always visit my website, which is attached to this YouTube video. I go to the About section, and I'll see you soon in the world of English. And that is the end of this video in Charlotte's Teaching English channel. See you later. Bye.